Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Just popping in to say hello and film a quick intro for today's video because today we are going to be decluttering and organizing my beauty room. I like to do this twice a year, one midway and one at the end of the year. And I know technically we're already in August, it's not really midway, but I did start decluttering my room at the end of June, and then it just took me a few days over in July. Now we're here. I'm filming this intro after I've decluttered everything, and let me tell you, it feels great. It feels great that I can see my floor again. Everything is organized. In my head organized, but it just feels great. So if you guys want to put me on mute, play some music over, let me be there in the background for you, or if you want to unmute me and listen to voice over Judy, that's an option as well. But I'm here for you as some company, as some moral support. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave it to voice over Judy to guide you through today's video. I hope you guys will enjoy. Alright, voiceover Judy here, and this is what we're starting off with. As you can see, there's just a lot of things on the floor. Everything's just a little bit disorganized, so we're going to tackle everything today. If you haven't seen any of my declutter videos, I always like to start from one side of the room and just work my way around. I feel like that's just easier to tackle. So I'm starting off with this little trolley right by the door. On top is where I keep all of my newer makeup that I want to try and test out, just so it's there, I can see it. Bottom two shelves with the 4 boxes are all hair accessories. So there's 4 baskets in total, and I'm just taking everything out, giving everything a dust down. The bottom 2 didn't really need too much organizing because those 2 are ribbons and scrunchies, and I feel like I don't really reach for those as much, but I did organize the headbands a little bit. And then this basket here has all of my hair clips, and I feel like I go for hair clips a little bit more. So I have 2 new Kaleidos makeup tins, and these come in so handy for organizing my hair accessories. I've used all the previous collections to organize because it's just the perfect size to organize these little bits and bobs. But then it's time to tackle my main vanity. I like to take everything off and wipe everything down because it can get pretty dusty in here with all of the eyeshadow flying out and about. But once we wipe everything down, I put everything back on. I like to sort of reorganize things a little bit. As you can see, I'm gonna put Miffy in the background. So you might have seen Miffy in a few of my videos already, but not much decluttering on top. But in my top drawers, this is where we're going to just clean up a little bit. I feel like it gets pretty cluttered here because when I like something or when I want to test something out, I'll just chuck it in my top drawer. But it's no, just keep what you actually use every day in your top drawer. So this first drawer is where I keep my primers, foundation, concealer, and my powders. Essentially just the base. These are all of my base products. I don't have any more than this, which can be kind of surprising considering I am a makeup content creator, but this is all I have. This is all I want, and that's what I want to keep it to. But then in the next drawer, this is where I keep my lip products and my eye products. So the eye products is mostly eyeliners, whether that's pencil or liquid. And then we also have my mascaras and then my brow products. That's what's in the 4 containers in the front, which is quite a lot, right? I have my certain eyeliners and mascaras that I like, but this is all I have, all the eyeliners I have. I keep it all in here, which again, I think, for a makeup content creator, it's not too bad. But in the back left, I'm keeping all of my eye primers, my glitters, my favorite single product, and then the top right is where I'm keeping all of my go-to everyday lip colors. As you can see, that was all Flower Nose. Love their lip products. But then for the final drawer at the end, this is where I keep all of my Project Pan items and just other items that I use in my everyday routine. So bottom left, that's all of not all, mostly my Project Pan. And then on the right, this is makeup that I use quite frequently, so I keep it in here. You can see at the back there I got some setting sprays as well, of course my Red Dragon palette, and just extra products that I use quite frequently that I want to keep on hand. And then when I say we're going to declutter and organize, I mean we're going to declutter and organize everything. I'm even wiping down my chargers and cables, making sure everything's tidy. I feel like cables just make a room look really messy, so we are tackling that. I'm even dusting my fake plant, okay? We gotta wipe everything down. But now we're moving on to this little trolley I have in front of me. I use this to help me film. It's where I put all of my brushes, so this gets really dusty. I organize my brushes, I wipe down everything, my mirror. then we have a little visitor. You're gonna see him a lot. This is JUDY. So I like to wipe down my chair in between because my hair gets stuck in between the little bars, so I gotta give that a wipe as well. But now we're tackling my main makeup store, and I'm just doing the top first. I'm kind of like reorganizing because I want to also put my perfumes on display, so that's on the right hand side here, and I thought at the end it came out pretty cute. I also have these mini perfumes that I'm slowly collecting, but my collection is quite small, so I can just have them displayed like that. But now we're going into the first drawer, which is all of my contact lenses. This is very satisfying because everything is in boxes, so like it's just like Tetris, and I do have a lot of doubles of everything, so I'm going to be giving these to my friend, and I know she's going to love these. The next drawer is all dedicated to ODEN'S. You guys know I have a really close relationship to them, so I dedicated a whole drawer for them. And this drawer just needed some organizing. I just needed to place things a little bit differently. It's also quite satisfying as well. Then this drawer here, I had my flower nose products, but then I moved it to the drawers that they sent me in PR. So in here I have M Cosmetics and Unleasha. This is going to be their drawer, and I'm just kind of reorganizing things so everything has a little bit more space. It's a little bit easier to grab and see all the products because some of the products are like down at the back of the drawer. But yes, that's Unleasha and M Cosmetics. Then for this third drawer, these are all of my eyeshadows that are not ColourPop. So any other brand that didn't have their own dedicated drawer, these are the brands here. So we got like Urban Decay, Anastasia, just extra brands. This drawer here, okay, this one needed a really good declutter. I had my blushes and bronzers and Kaleidos products in here. So I'm going to keep it to Kaleidos on the majority of the side because I feel like my collection of Kaleidos is growing, and I'm sure they're going to come up with a new collection soon. I feel like it's been a while, but just reorganizing that side, a little Tetris here and there. Perfect. And then I'm keeping Game Beauty in one container, and then my blush and bronzer palettes just at the back there. And then we come on to this drawer here, which has all of my extras. So we got lashes, my mirrors, my little sticker gems. We're going to take all of this out. This gets really messy very quick, so we're going to reorganize that. So we're going to stick with my bronzers first. These are all of my bronzers and highlighters. And then my handheld mirrors, I'm going to keep into one section. Here's JUDY. I just want to show him. He's literally always with me. We're attached to the hip, and he's just so curious about everything I do. But these containers that I'm doing here are my blushes. So I'm just categorizing everything into their own container. So blushes had one, and then bronzer and highlighter had one on its own. And JUDY just likes to see what mama's doing every day. And then the next container is for my lashes. I have a lot of lashes, but I have not worn false lashes in like almost over a year. I think maybe in the past year I've worn lashes like once, so I don't need this many. I can pass it on to friends that actually would appreciate new lashes, so I'm going to pass a lot on to them. And then in this flower nose gift box, this is where I'm going to put all of like my face crystals and just keep it in here because I feel like in the drawer it gets a little bit messy in there. So I'm going to keep everything in here, all the glitters, any stuff like that. But here we are putting everything back in the drawer. So bronzers and highlight in the back, blushes in the front, got my lashes, individual lashes. I know I said I got rid of a lot, and I did, but I'm still keeping some just in case, you never know. And then my handheld mirrors on the side here, just little extra makeup puffs, and all the extras are in this drawer. And then finally onto the last drawer of this first chest. This is all of my backup skincare, which is a lot, I know, but I do get sent a lot of skincare, and like these are brands that I really want to try. And I do work my way through skincare pretty quickly, and I do give a lot of skincare to friends and family. I just gave my brother a whole skincare routine recently, so I know it's a lot, but I do try my best to get through everything. And of course I have passed on a lot to friends and family way as well. And then the other drawer is essentially all ColourPop, and I have a lot of old Pia ColourPop boxes that just been piling up in the corner because I'm like, I'm gonna get around to doing these reviews, but I'm so late to all of these collections, so I kind of just given up on these certain collections here, and I'm just going through them one by one, seeing what I want to keep or what I want to do a TikTok video on, and just going through it all and giving it on to someone that would appreciate everything and would have the time to appreciate it all. But yeah, I'm just gonna speed through this. Some shades are a bit dark for me, and then the ColourPop drawers don't really need too much organizing, but in this lip drawer, these are all of the Luxe products and the Fresh Kiss lip products. I'm just standing everything up so we have more space for storage, because usually when I look at these, I do use them for mostly comparisons, so standing them up wouldn't be an issue anyway. But yeah, here I am organizing the blushes. So we got pressed blushes, we got the Super Shock eyeshadows, just all the categories. This is really satisfying. I love this. All of my pressed blushes, then the Super Shocks, and then on the side we have the other extra eye products, and then here some more eye products, glitters, some sticks as well that could stand up on its own, didn't need its container. And then the other two last drawers are all the palettes. These are really satisfying. They don't really need much decluttering or organizing because they already are pretty organized, I feel. But then we're going to move into my two flower nose dresses. This was kindly gifted in PR, and I'm using them as extra makeup storage, and I thought because it's flower nose, I'm going to put my flower nose products in here. So in the Moonlight Mermaid one, I'm going to try and fit as much as I can category by category. So we had the eyeshadows in one, the blushes in one, etc, etc. And I couldn't fit everything on one dresser, so in the Chocolate Wonder Shop, I'm going to have to fit some of the lip products, and then I'm going to fit my other lip products in there as well, like lip products from other brands that couldn't fit in the other dedicated drawers, if that makes sense. So this is my lipsticks in the front, and then that middle drawer is my lip glosses, and then the one on top there is my liquid lipstick. So I'm just going through everything again, what I want to keep, what I want to pass on. I want to keep everything to these drawers that I want to make sure they fit in these drawers. I don't want to overflow them, and if I'm using them or if they're expired, time to let go. But I am quite sentimental, so I do keep onto a lot of things. The clothing rack didn't need much organizing. I was just putting everything in its own colorway, and then on the bottom I just had to give everything a wipe. I'm putting the dresses here as well, which I think look pretty cute, although the Moonlight Mermaid one doesn't really fit my color theme, but nonetheless I need that storage anyway, and it's still really pretty, so regardless. And here's JUDY, always there. But once we have those on the clothing rack, it's time to tackle this little coffee table. I feel like everybody has that chair or table in their room that they just chuck everything on. This is that table for me, so we need to organize this. I'm putting these palettes into a bigger, pink, cuter box. These are just some eyeshadow palettes that I eventually want to review or I'm interested in, but there's just no space for it right now, so I just like to keep it in this storage box. And I had more clips, but I don't know where they went, but I did end up organizing that entire table and just putting things away, but you'll see that at the end regardless. But essentially the last part of the room is my little luxury shelf, is what I like to call it. This shelf doesn't really need much to do. I just need to like tidy things up, dust things down, and everything looks cute. And essentially, this is what my room looks like now. I'm so happy. Everything looks put together, tidy. I can see my floors. I can walk around, and I definitely do feel a lot more inspired. It just feels nice to come in here and film, knowing that everything's, tidied, everything's organized. You can see my little coffee table. Everything's divided up into video products. Essentially, that is today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my company while you're maybe organizing or decluttering yourself. I'm just going to let the footage roll. You can see what my room looks like now. Hopefully I can keep it this clean until the end of the year, until my next declutter. That's always the goal, so it's not such a big task every time I do declutter, but we'll see. I'll see you guys at the end of the year for my next declutter. But thank you guys so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!